Consider the highways. Suppose that highways grow at the same rate as now until the year 2000. What will the pattern be? What will traffic be like? Who will make decisions about routes and costs? Today, some 700,000 cars are on the roads of the Piedmont Crescent. By the end of the century, about 2 million vehicles are estimated in this same region.
So the Institute was really, in a way, viewed as a threat, because we were going to upset the apple cart.
Well, it's always difficult to try to figure out what the achievements were when one was serving in that capacity. I would say one achievement was staying open.
Urban problems have increased in complexity, without question.
When I came here, things weren't the same on this campus. Small campus, few buildings, I think 6, 7 buildings. Charlotte was starting to change, but it still was, shall we say, had a small town mentality. People kidded about us. We were the University of North Carolina at Newell. What do you have out here? We had cows grazing in the pasture. It was a far stretch to think we were going to be the urban. I don't think we had any idea, at least I didn't, that the campus would develop to the size that it has. I knew it was going to grow, but the Institute, in many ways, was a tone setter. What we were trying to do was to really change the whole culture of this campus. We were really trying to change things.
There are no shortage of problems in a major metropolitan region like Charlotte's with all of our surrounding counties. For me, the Urban Institute has always been about the 3 Ds: defining the problems, securing the data to address those problems, and then hosting the debate over the solutions. We can do all 3 of those things well. We will have served this community in the richest way possible. One of the things that our third chancellor, Jim Woodward, asked me to do as his first chief academic officer was to get us out into the community more intensely. The first thing we did was to try to establish a presence in the center city for our academic programs. So we were the first campus in the UNC system to actually have our credit hours delivered downtown count in the enrollment funding formula, and that was a huge advance. The other thing was to position ourselves through the Urban Institute to become more visible in the Charlotte community. And Bill was already doing a great job of that, but I think we took it up a level with his tenure.
I came here and taught, and that was an interest, but really the work with Urban Institute was what inspired me, I guess, what I really loved doing. It's part of the university's mission to reach into the community. I saw the opportunities being in these surrounding counties, which were just getting to the point of thinking about, oh, maybe we ought to use a consultant. Maybe we need some help with these things. And so I viewed that as an opportunity to spend time in those counties and was modestly successful. As we toured back into the region in the last year or so with this urban rural study, it was very affirming for me, because a lot of times I ran into people like in Cleveland County and Rockingham and other places where they remembered those things. They still had, the agendas from them. They told me how much they had accomplished. That was a very good fit. You never know when you do these things. Is anybody going to pay attention to this? Is anything going to happen?
Over the years and continuing until today, the Urban Institute has brought a essentially unbiased look at issues that affect the region and its growth. The Urban Institute was one of the organizations that really took a regional view. So if you're writing about growth and development, which I was at the Charlotte Observer, you had to get to know the Urban Institute. I think the Institute can continue to be a player in the realm of public policy, in the realm of bringing information that people are going to trust to the table.
I don't think an organization like the Institute survives this long if there wasn't something fundamental there at the beginning of its founding that is universal, that can stand the test of time. And I think what that element of it is that there is always a need for reliable, objective research and information to inform community issues, and I don't think that will ever go away. If you cared about policy issues, you couldn't help but know about the Urban Institute because it really had its hands in about anything and everything related to policy in the Charlotte region. But what's really interesting is to see our work on some big policy issues being championed by people on different sides of the issue. And that really makes me smile because then I realize, we're doing our job. We're being objective. We're not coming in on these big partisan issues, but hopefully we're bringing information to the table that both sides trust. And so I hope that's something we never lose sight of.